Well, it's the 27th of June, and I thought I'd go up and look at the flowers up here. I'm on the Grussendorf trail here in Sitka. No bicycles are allowed, so I can't take my trike, but it would have been a 7 or 8 mile trike ride just to get here. So I drove, and today I'm going to use my Oasis Space walker up through here, since it is pretty much just a walking trail. So we'll head on over here to the main trailhead. Okay, I'm at Old Sitka. Yeah, right there it says. But anyway, we're going to do the loop up through here. I may only go about here where there's a bench. I don't think I got the strength to go all the way down, do the whole loop today. But this is a good place to look for flowers. And so we're gonna do a little flower looking today. And use this walker. It may be too much for me to use my cane, too far to go, so I have found that this Oasis Space walkers work quite well for me. I can carry gear in it, I got a place to sit down and everything, so I don't think I can make it with a cane, but I know I can with this. So let's get going. Yeah, sign is still here anyway. The Ben Grussendorf Forest Muskeg Trail. Actually one of the prettiest and nicest trails in Sitka. It's amazing how many people come to visit and don't know about it. The trail is starts out in timber. Most of it is it's all old growth because we're, like I said, at Old Sitka, and Old Sitka is the original village down there for the Tlinkits, and then the Russians had a little settlement there for Sitka here. First time the area was settled by the Russians. They used to call it New Archangel. But anyway, this area has been logged it was logged off and on since probably early 1800s. Or even before then, because I'm sure the Tlinkits were cutting trees in here for canoes and houses and firewood too. So, but we start out in this type of a terrain, and then eventually we'll break out on top up here into a muskeg and wildflowers and little streams. Nice little hike. We're starting to break out in more open country now. And also, I guess I can show you right over here pretty easy if I keep looking where I'm pointing the camera. We've got all these interpretive signs here in the forest they've put in, which is, you know, kind of nice. Tells people where all the trees are and a lot of the flowers. Different animals will live back in here and stuff. So I'll keep working my way up. Boy, I sure don't have the capacity I had a year ago pushing this walker. Can't do what I did before. Glad I bought that trike. Okay, here we are breaking out on the more open muskegs. Start looking for flowers. Oh, look at that. About a 2-inch jump. I think that right there is Sitka valerian. Now I had a book and I forgot it. This is what we call deer hearts or deer cabbage. People call it different stuff. Deer like to eat this stuff. Now I came up in here last September and October, and I put that video on my webpage, the one about Sitka and using assistive technology. So if you want to know what this area looks like in the fall, just go to that video. Okay, gotta jump this little hill here and we'll continue on. Yeah, the area from now on is all on boardwalk because it's gets kind of mushy up here with the muskeg. Plus they don't want people to be wandering around in it too much. But I'm gonna wander around a little bit because I spotted something back here. Kind of what I'm looking for. Yeah, I came back here to find the shooting stars. Some are snowy and some are ice, I guess. Some are Jeffrey. Looks like most of them here are pretty much all past their time here. Yeah, but they're a member of the shooting star family. Looks like, yeah, I think these are seed pods. I think they're already pretty much past. We might find some better ones up the trail here. Looks like for the peak flower season, I'm about 2 weeks late up here. I forgot it was all southern and western exposure and the sun had hit here first. Anyway, a lot of the flowers are long past, already forming seed pods. So I guess that's the way it's going to be. But I'll keep looking around. I might find something. That's the flowers on the wild cranberries, I think. And of course we have bunchberry dogwood growing everywhere under here. The shade there. Yeah, see a little flower here. There aren't many of them out because they just passed time, but this one's back in the shade. Usually that meadow is, you know, full of these little flowers. That must be a, I don't know, member of the aster family maybe. Oh look, there's a couple more of them over here, hid away. There's a few flowers around. Down here under the trees. Yeah, a little bit of snow way up there in the high country yet. Well, it's sure dry. I've never seen this dry up in here before. I'll keep looking around, see if I can find something interesting. Everything's gone. Oh. Whew. I was talking about dry. It must be 65, 70 degrees out here this morning. It's warm. I thought I better get some water. No, it's water. Can't have an open container in Sitka whiskey. That's not saying somebody doesn't mix it with their coffee. Well, it's a nice day. I'm glad it came out anyway. Yeah, I'm about 2 weeks early, I think. Or late, excuse me. I'm 2 weeks late. Catch all the flowers. Looks like all the flowers, early spring ones, all bloomed and went away. Got little seed pods. I still might find some. Yesterday, my wife, Peggy, says, "You watch the debates?" And all of a sudden, my brain and emotions, I thought to myself, well, you know, I've voted since 1972. And it doesn't matter if I'm riding the donkey or if I'm riding the elephant. In the end, they always take us to the same place. You notice that? Just little different routes. But we always end up the same place. I ain't gonna watch the debates. I've always watched them before, because I've loved history. I should, you know, I guess it's patriotic duty to watch them. Then I take a look and I see, you know, I'm in my mid-70s. I got guys older than me that want to be president. I don't know what's happened. Anyway, those are our choices. Does it really matter what our choice is going to be? In the long run, probably not. So I had all these emotions going through me. You know, I didn't know if I should laugh at them, be interested historically. The way things turned out sometimes, maybe I ought to just sit down and have a good cry. I didn't know what to do. So I went in the bathroom and took a big dump. Yeah, it's just too nice out here. I want to go home. Legs are hurting though. They're worse at night. Cramp up so bad. Muscle spasms. Isn't that great? Great getting old, especially if you got some kind of neurological disease. They say, well, we can't help you. You know what I told the neurologist when they told me they couldn't help me? Why do I need you people? That was 3 years ago and I ain't been back. Yeah, not much better. A little worse. My wallet weighs more though. Yeah. Labrador tea. Yeah, it's still in bloom anyway. Yeah, airplane's taking off. Ah, float plane. Got that big props on them. Make a lot of noise. Oh, look at that. Aha. Munchies. You know, the blueberries or huckleberries. That might be blueberries. These are blueberries. Hard to tell. I bet they're pretty sour. I don't think they've had time to sweeten up. I'll try them. Oh my gosh. Oh, that was sour berry. Whew. I don't see too many of them in here though. It hasn't, it's been cloudy and cool for 2 weeks, but I don't think we've had much rain. Actually, it looks pretty dry in places. At least a lot of the standing water is gone. I suppose compared with most places, this is still pretty wet. Boy, I sure glad I don't live in those places that get 100 degrees. I don't do well in high heat and humidity. Yeah. Nice walk through here today. Nice and quiet. I like that. Float plane's taking off. You know, these upright walkers, they work pretty good. Somebody like me anyway. lot easier than trying to come up with a cane, or some people are really crippled, you know, they got those double crutches or ski poles or something like that. This works pretty good, but the only problem is that they're only good for people about 5'8" or 5'9". If you're any taller, they don't make them for you. Too many government regulations. It's too bad. Well, I'm not seeing much sign of any critters around here either. It's awful dry. There's a little pool of water down here. I'm seeing, there's a lot of fresh grass and stuff up, but none of it's been disturbed where I've seen any big animals go through. Usually a spot like that, you can see where the bears have been going through, but there's no grass bent over. I don't know what's going on here. Yeah. Nice day though. I've seen no tracks around here, deer or anything other than a dog and a person track. I don't know what's going on. Not much sign of anything. Not even a bird. I don't even see any water spiders. Huh. My goodness, it's warm out here. Always forget, don't I? Which way is up, down, closes. Awful warm. Still nice to be out. I see the weather forecast says in about 2 days we're going to be hit with a big rainstorm. And because everything's so dry, I think we're due for a big rain. Got to bring them first of those fish in right after 4th of July. Well, even though I'm not seeing many flowers or anything else, still been a good walk. Still wish I could bring my trike up here though. I don't know why they don't allow bicycles. Just don't. Well, we'll walk a little bit farther, see what we find. Oh, jeez. Oh. Yeah, local with his dog came by. It's the same thing I did. It's hot. My gosh, it must be well up in the 70s. I've always been fascinated by that one dead tree right there. Look at it. Just kind of frozen in space. Been that way as long as I can remember. I don't know how old that tree is. Petrified, I guess. Well, we'll just keep going down the trail here a little bit farther and then we'll turn around and head back. Well, this is where the trail starts down to the creek, and I don't want to go all the way down and then climb all the way back up. Just goes through forest again for a ways. This is the last of the signs here. Talks about the sweet, sticky, bitter root and the sundew. Deadly plants. I might see if I can't find you a sundew, but it's so dry I'm not seeing much of anything. It's like everything went into hibernation or something because it got so dry. But anyway, we'll look around down here. Maybe we're back here when I head back. We'll go back up the trail here, back up in the Muskeg. See if we can find us a sundew. Here's some more wild cranberries. Well, it's called a cloudberry, but I don't see any of those even starting. It's still pretty early, it's just June. Kind of pretty. Little flowers on the Labrador tea. That's the flowers on the wild cranberries, I think. It's got to be well up in the mid-70s now. The humidity is still about 70%. It's horrible. Whew. It's been a fun walk, nice walk, comfortable walk. Well, I can talk, I can complain, I can whine, I can ask questions, I can be a butt. I'll probably watch the debate tonight. Anyway, there probably won't be nothing else to watch. My wife will be after me if I don't. It's sure nice in here today, even though it is a little bit warm. Oh! Damn, that hurts. I found some sundews. Right, another batch of sundews. They're smaller than my fingernail. Look at that, little things. They're all kind of closed up right now, I think, because of the heat. Oh, they're not too closed up. We're supposed to be catching bugs. I didn't even see any bugs out today. Yeah, I find a whole bunch of sundews here, little baby ones. Well, I guess they don't get much bigger than this. More back over in here. Hard for me to bend over. Focus this video here. But these sundew were they're related to the Venus Flytraps, eat bugs. They're small, not much to them. A little batch of them right in here. Oh, I got down, I can't get up. Oh hell. Here we go. I'm glad there's a tree here. Oh. I found some more back in here in the sphagnum moss. Yeah, I found a whole bunch of sundews here, little baby ones. Well, I guess they don't get much bigger than this. Some more back over in here. Hard for me to bend over. Focus this video here. But these sundew were they're related to the Venus Flytraps, eat bugs. They're small, not much to them. A little batch of them right in here. Bitty sundews. Pretty little things. I don't see any flies for them to eat though. Or mosquitoes, been no bugs or anything. Oh. Slow going to get out of here. Oh my goodness. I guess I can make it. I better. That's the old way home. Look at that pine tree there, he died. Whew. Well, time to head back up the hill, I guess. Over the hill and back home. I found them Sundews. It's nice, but I'm sure glad I brought some water. I gotta sit over here and have another drink. This is really dry up here. I really need some rain. It's been cloudy, you know, but it just hasn't produced any rain for a while. Even the river down below there, below my house, is really low. You know, it's about that time for me to set out my game cam. I put a game cam out last year on the river, caught a bear crossing it. You want to see it, it's on one of my other videos I took earlier. Anyway, if you check out my YouTube site. And of course, I've got the other YouTube site too. It's one with all the old, the way Sitka used to be. I've got like 400 old videos on there from the 90s, 2000s, 2010. Hunting, fishing, clamming, commercial fishing, everything you think about. I think there's about 480 videos now. And of course I've got the channel here, the new one I'm making with the assistive devices. Still trying to get out and film a little bit. So be sure to watch those other videos. Yeah, I'm going to head over here and have me a drink and work my way back down to the truck. Finally found a little pool here. It had some lily pads in it. It is really dry up here. These Muskeg pools, they go all the way up to different areas. They'll go clear up high. Way up in the mountains you'll find them. Behind your big trees and sections of this muskeg. Some of these things are so deep. I've heard of people years ago, you drive a truck in there and disappear. I've stuck poles down in there in some of these pools and they disappeared after 10 feet. Just down they go. You don't want to fall into any one of them. And when it gets hot like this, brown bears, they like to climb in these wet, muddy pools to stay cool. Of course, they don't have to come here because they're all over southeast Alaska. Like up there in the meadows and higher peaks and stuff, you'll find areas just like this, even in the Alpine. Well, I better work my way back, huh? Well, you notice I always say well. I wonder why that is. I don't know, I'm just a goofy, crazy old man. That's why I always say well. Somebody says, well, I say, well, how deep is the well? I don't know, but I always say well. Well, that's the way it is, isn't it? Listen. That you hear in the distance is the tsunami warning system. They test it every day at 12 o'clock. So we know it's 12 o'clock. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this little video. I kind of had fun. It was enjoyable to get out. Try to pick my days. I'm going to suffer something terrible tonight when this pain starts, but what the heck, you know? No pain, no glory, they say. Anyway, I'll say goodbye now, and be sure to watch my other videos.